Hey guys, this is Mishek, and from past video I'm working on a tutorial series of RESTful web services. In my last video I had created select web services, select a RESTful web services using a get method, and in this video I'll be creating an insert web service, insert RESTful web services using get method. Okay, for inserting a record, get method is not the preferable one, because whenever you are sending or whenever you are storing any sensitive data, that is username or password, at that point of time you should not use get method. At that time you should use put or post method of HTTP. Okay, in my last video I have explained what is RESTful web services, how we can use it and how we can consume it in client side. So please refer to my previous video also before referring to this one. So here you can see I have created a RESTful web service with the name of insert API.php, where I am sending or where I am inserting the value as name, age, gender and mobile. Once the data gets stored in the database, I'll be getting a response from the server saying that record saved successfully. Okay, this is the JSON format. Okay, and in order to use or in order to consume this web service, a client side application needs to call this link or use call this URI in their client side application, whether they will be working on the Android or whether they will be working with iOS. They need to call this URI, okay, in order to call this, in order to consume this web service. So let's create this. So let's go to our editor and create one new file, say PHP. Okay, for this we need, okay, let's first save it, insert API.php. okay, we have created a configuration file for our database where I'll be maintaining all the configuration details of our database, and I have explained this, how to create this, in my last video, and I'll just, in this video I'll just calling this file here, include config.php. okay, now I'll be passing name with the help of get method, and I'll just copy this, paste it, name, now age, copy, paste it, gender, mobile, copy this and paste it here, and here let us check whether our values are not empty. If not empty of name and not empty of age and not empty of gender and not empty of mobile. Okay, and let's write down SQL query to insert our record. Insert into users. Okay, our database name is users, so let's enter user, insert into users, name, age, gender, mobile values dollar name dollar age dollar gender mobile, then dollar query dollar connection of query and pass that SQL query inside this dollar SQL. Okay. Here we need to check for the condition. If dollar query, then create one variable as data and then array, create an array with the status of 1 with a message of record saved successfully. Here status is 1, else copy this and paste it here with the status of 0 and with a message of failed to save the record. Okay, and come at the end and close the connection. MySQL close, and header, we need to put our JSON header at the end. Since we are displaying the response in the form of header, so we should use header as a content type of application / JSON and equal JSON encode data. Okay, now we have created our insert RESTful web service, and now we just need to call this web service. So it's insert API, and then we'll just pass the name as Rohit and age as 26 and gender as male and mobile as. Okay, I'll just check. Okay, syntax error, unexpected exclamation mark on line 7. So okay, if empty of name and empty of age, not empty of gender and not okay, here and is missing. Save it and let's just refresh it. Okay, we are getting a response from our server in the form of JSON saying that record saved successfully. Now let's just see our database. So the user, we should get another record with the name of Rohit, age, gender and mobile. Okay, so now you saw how to create a RESTful web service with the get method to store the data into our database. Okay, any client-side application, whether it is an Android or whether it is an iOS, can consume this web service, consume this RESTful web service by accessing this URL into their client-side application. Whenever they are suppose one person is developing an Android application where they need to register the user, where they will be using the fields as name, age, gender and mobile. So in that case they don't need to write the server side script in order to register a user into their application. So instead of that, they just need to consume this web service, consume this RESTful web service by just calling this URL or URI. Then their work will be done. Once they consume this web service, the record or the user will get registered into their system with a response sent from the server in the form of JSON saying that record served successfully. Okay? So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you understood the logic behind it. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and just click on like button just below the video. And I will see you in my next video where I will be creating a RESTful web service for updating a record using a get method. Okay, see you soon guys.